Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here with MotoGP 2015 Career Mode, episode number 2. And you can see, I bet you're wondering, what's going on here, Alex? What's going on? Well, basically guys, I fired up the PS4 version of the game that I actually got in the post today because I was having problems with the PC version, getting my controller working. And even though it's alright using the keyboard, I don't think I'm going to be able to make as much progress with the keyboard than I could do with the controller. I can up the difficulty with the controller and hopefully get better. So we're on the PS4 now. I've done the 2 wildcard races and we're back here in the contract screen for next season. And to be honest, I mean, this team, we've got the top hit on Jetty, Rivercold, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Well, that's obviously a lot better team than we got given yesterday, but you know, you're not supposed to, generally, you're not supposed to just like jump into a top team because it just maybe makes it a bit boring if you win all the time. So I think we're going to risk it and go with the DeWalt team that we were going with yesterday. So we're going with a private team, and I think, you know, starting up a new team and everything, it should be quite a lot of fun. So you can see there, that's who I was going with, the Angotti team or whatever, with the last of the wildcard races. So that's why I got an offer from them. But I think it's just going to be a bit more interesting to go with a private team. Obviously that's a new feature for this game, so it'd be cool to test it out, see how it is, and whether it's actually any good or whether you should actually just stick to one of the named teams in the game. So yeah guys, thank you for the support on episode number 1. Obviously if we can reach a nice amount of likes on this video, maybe let's aim for 1,000 likes on this video. Obviously we're still doing the giveaway for MotoGP 2015 for a console of your choice. So yeah, basically just leave your comment down below on that first episode with what console you want to see it on. So here we are, here's what the difficulty settings we've got it on. I'm going to put it up to medium, and can we just do qualifying and race? Yes we can, and yeah, we'll just leave that on for the minute like that. And yeah, hopefully this can be a good session. And yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to talk in qualifying. I might talk towards the end of the qualifying lap, but talk through the whole of qualifying, maybe not. Anyway, see you in a minute. So guys, we're getting towards the end of this lap in Qatar for the first race of the season in qualifying. You can see this is what our bike looks like actually. It's pretty much just red, black and yellow, so it's alright. The overalls and everything quite bright. Maybe it's just the lighting, obviously it's a nighttime race with lights on, so yeah, maybe it's just that. But you know, it doesn't look too bad. Obviously the lack of sponsors isn't exactly the nicest thing in the world, but it sort of gives me sort of the feeling of literally just a wild card for like the first part of the season at least. It's quite cool. Anyway, heading up to the start finish line. This is going to be our only lap. I'm not going to keep doing lap after lap after lap. I just actually want to get the qualifying done. So there we are, data pack acquired. And which one do we do? Is it retire from Grand Prix? I don't know. I really don't know. How do we get to the end of the session? Here we are. Yeah, here we are. This is the right button to go on to. Skip to race. Let's have a look at those results. On pole, it probably won't be too real. Okay, what has happened here? It's like mega glitched out. It didn't show any results. Okay, then. That's a bit confusing. But anyway, let's get into the race. So here we are then, guys. This is the Moto 3 race. Where did we qualify? Still don't know. Anyway, let's just go to race now. Hopefully it hasn't like glitched out and I'm the only one that's qualified. Oh, I'm starting 18th out of 24. That's about right actually. That sounds about right, because obviously I want a bike that isn't that great. So if I was to qualify on pole, it would be a bit annoying, because actually it means I had to up the difficulty even more, which I don't want to do because I know I'm not good enough to go up to the next difficulty. But let's try and get some points in this first race here today. Top 15's point, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it's going to be tough. We can overtake as many people as we want on these first laps really, because they don't really defend a huge amount. But we'll try our best just to get past some of the people that we think we should be able to get past here. Ooh, Locatelli going around the outside there with a good move. Basically just because I just jammed on the brakes on the inside, but skidding, sliding on the brakes all over the place here. Now Locatelli just in front of us here. Can we get back past him? We didn't have exactly the best qualifying lap. I mean, it wasn't really that bad, but it wasn't like amazing by any stretch of the imagination. So it's probably time to be gained in the pace in this race. Pace in the race. Oh dear, it wasn't meant to Didn't mean to like sound like a rat, but it actually ended up being okay. I'll just shut up. But anyway, we can keep pace with these guys by the look of it here. So it would have been nice for the loading screens, the qualifying screen to actually work, so we could see how close we were to the people in front. Because I just skipped the start as well. But anyway, let's just get past people here and stop talking about qualifying, because that doesn't matter now, because that's behind us. I'm trying to lean on McPhee to try and get the closest line through the corner. But he's just got a bit too much straight line speed. That's going to be the thing with this bike. It's going to be tough in a straight line. It really isn't going to have good straight line speed. So it's going to be tough in that aspect. But I'm quietly optimistic that we could have decent results in these first couple of races if we do well. I can't remember what the second race of the season is. I hope it's not Jerez, because I'm really bad at Jerez. It probably will be Jerez just to troll me, but I don't think it is for some reason. I can't remember. We'll just see when we get there. But last corner here, this is where we're going to lose time, especially all over the curb. Let's just try and keep it in a straight line. But look how fast he is in a straight line. Look how fast he is. Verging on unfair. Anyway, we're still in the points, but we're losing a big gap to the... I nearly said it. I know, I realised. I looked at the comments in the first episode. I said cars, overtaking cars and that sort of stuff. I need to get used to it. I've been playing too much racing games recently. So, yeah, overtaking bikes. Oh, sliding over the curb. I'm getting time through there, which is good though. I want to keep the racing line on for a little bit and get used to the game. It's a little bit different to MotoGP 2014. Not a huge amount, but it's a little bit different. So I have to just get used to that, how the bike characteristics are. Obviously, because they change year in, year out. But we are closing down on McPhee in the slow parts of the track. It's just that main straight where we do lose a whole heap of time. So qualifying 18th, up into 12 currently here. Danny Kent overtaking Quintaro. Oh, that's him. I'm just going to stop saying hopefully that's how you pronounce their name. I'm just going to pretend that that is how you say their names. But I know how you pronounce McPhee. At least I know that. Anyway, let's go down the inside of McPhee here. He's left a gap. Oh, I've sort of had to jump over the curb there. They're side by side. We get past them. That's Mazbu in front of us here. But I think by taking away the back end teams, which is what I think PS4 does, because there's only 24 riders, not was it 36 what there was on PC. I think it just takes away the back end riders, so it's going to be quite tough for me actually here, because I'm going to be riding against most of the good teams. So that's going to be tough, but it should be interesting. But down the inside, no. The thing is about Qatar, all of the corners look the same, so it's kind of hard to tell where you are on the track if you don't look at the minimap. But I think the next, not this corner here, the one after this will be onto the home straight once again. We're going around the outside of Mazbu, all over the AstroTurf, but that's not, I'm not going to worry about that. Down the inside of Antonelli on the last corner, are we? Yes, we are. Running a bit wide though. We get it back in the right direction now, just sit in the slipstream. Got to line it up perfectly here, so I'm going in a straight line. Vasquez gets the fastest lap, goes side by side with Antonelli across the start finish line, heading into turn number 1. We're going to be braking later than we do, but we're going to get it stopped. We're on a bit wide, but we're still within a fight of these guys in front of us here, so we're not doing too badly here. Haneke and Binder just in front here. Two of the Red Bull riders, Red Bull KTM I think. I haven't really been watching much Moto 3 this year actually. I literally don't watch any Moto 2 because I find it so boring. But MotoGP and Moto 3, the ones I try and keep up to date with, but I haven't watched as many Moto 3 races as I wanted this season. I think I've watched every MotoGP race, more or less. Probably missed one or two, but yeah, I've missed like the first half of the season, so I've missed like 5 or 6 of the Moto 3 races. I think I've only seen like 3 or 4. I can't remember what round they're on, but I missed the majority of them so far. But they're the 2, Moto 3 and MotoGP, I like to keep up to date with. Moto 2, just for some reason, just never appeals to me. I look at the results, but it's never, the racing's never as good as I. You know, Moto 3 is obviously closer because it's slower, and MotoGP, people watch it because it is the premier, you know, the top end. So, and it does provide really good racing as well. Moto 2, I think, probably the most open category of them all. Anyway, down the inside now of Haneke. Can we make it stick? Oh, we nearly can. Very nearly. these three proving quite tough to beat here. We're going to be close enough for a dive down the inside maybe. I mean, 9th place really isn't bad, but when you can see it's that 5th place just up the road there in your eye line, it's tough to, you know, let that be. But oh no, that wasn't maybe the best thing to do. Oh, we got a nice gap over 10th place here, so it looks like we're going to grab 10th place here with a bad run off that final corner. But it's probably the best result we could honestly have got, because they're just so fast in a straight line. So even if we did get past them across the into the last corner, I doubt we would have actually been able to get them across the start-finish line. But there we are. Enjoyable race. Oh, Kent and Quintaro literally dead on the same time across the start-finish line. So that is literally the closest race you could ever get on this game, unless there were like more people that are on 0-0-0. But yeah, not too bad. And where does that leave us? How many points do we get for 9th? We got 7 points. Okay, that's not too bad. And we're in, you know, a decent place, because, you know, there's only 4 points up there to 5th place there. So we get a good result in this next race as Honda lead the constructor standings. But we're in a good place here for good points in the next round if we can do good. So yeah, that's it for this race, guys. We're going to be doing 2 episodes. Do 2 races per episode, at least to start off with. But yeah, team looked pretty alright with that. Pretty happy, I suppose. I don't know. MotoGP riders never look that happy for some reason. But anyway, that's me. Doesn't look anything like me. But anyway, let's get to the next race. So here we are then, guys, for the next Grand Prix. It is America, as you may notice, and I forgot to talk it in qualifying, so sorry about that, but I'll try and remember next time. It's something I don't really ever do, just talk randomly in the middle of qualifying, but hopefully I'll remember for the next race. If not, it doesn't really matter, does it? But we qualified in 11th place here, which isn't too bad. And away we go here in America. Whoa, the guy to our left hand side there just really rams into us straight away. He's like, get off us. Up to turn 1 here. Should we just hop over the curb on the inside? I think we may do, just to avoid any accidents, so that's alright. Stay in 11th place here, but I've actually turned off the auto brake, guys, because I didn't even realise I had it on for that first race in Qatar, so I guess it wasn't actually too effective. But here I noticed it straight away in qualifying, so I had to turn it off. So yeah, got that turned off for this episode, or this part of the episode now, and it'll be turned off for the rest of the series now, just because auto brake is not fun to race with, because it just slows you down so much on some of the tracks. But moving away up through the field a little bit here, on the outside of a couple of riders. Please don't knock me off my bike. Going down the inside of Masbu, going to push him out a little bit wide. Now we're a bit wide over the AstroTurf. Now Bastianini going past us here. He gets very sideways, but it doesn't matter too much now. Brake, 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 brake. The rear wheel comes off the ground. We're going to turn into the corner. Yes, we are. Missed the apex completely, but oh, well, let's Binder through there. But straight line speed once again. It's going to be our downfall. We need to just sit in the slipstream of Binder, but even then we're still slower. Oh no, but maybe not. Slipstream is helping us out a bit here now. We've just got to be careful into the braking zone. We're going to go for the move down the inside, but we braked early. We braked early. What? We braked early, but we still went off the track. Maybe it's because we were trying to go for a tight line in the inside, but we're going to keep the position, are we? Looks like we are, but we're going to run wide once again. And that time Binder does just go straight through. And now into this part of the track where you can take alternative lines. I didn't want to get past Binder there, which is good. I just wanted to get past whoever that is behind me. Didn't actually see his name. It's not Vasquez, is it? Anyway, Binder's just in front of us here, so we get past him. We're back into 9th position once again. We've got Bastianini just in front of him. Ooh, that wasn't even meant to be a move, but he was a bit slower through that corner than expected, so I sort of had to jam on the brakes on the exit there. Final corner. Please don't no one dive it up the inside. Now up to the start finish line. Binder's just in front of us here. Over the start finish line just up here, isn't it? To get confused, the F1 one's back there. I think there's a different finish line to a start line, which does happen in some races. Into turn 1. The one where you just have to brake where it tells you, otherwise you're just going to be off the bike. Vasquez goes and gets the lap record there. We're starting to lose time to bikes in front now. So let's just hope that we can close in a little bit through the S's here. Maybe take a little bit of extra speed or cut the corner maybe. I don't know. Oh no, it was not even meant to be like that, but yeah. we're back on the track sort of. I think we might have actually gained a bit of time out of that, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. But this is the corner, we can go down the inside of a couple of them, all over the curve, because that's where he pushed me. Oh, there's an accident now. A little bit pushed over the curves, and there was an accident. I think maybe both of them went down there. Antonelli definitely went down. Maybe it was a bit of an aggressive overtake, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, that's put us up into 8th place. Not going to really worry about that, but I've got to definitely cut out some of the aggressive moves. It wasn't really intended. Well, it wasn't intended, but obviously you don't want any of those sort of accidents happening in the races, because it doesn't make it as fun when you just smash into people all the time. But yeah, it's a big goal gap now to 7th place here. Vasquez and Kent having a right go at it at the start. Oh, in the lead of this race, I should say. Whoa, Mazbu, extremely late on the brakes, and does he get past us? Well, it looks like we got the line back here. Yeah, we got the position back, but Mazbu incredibly late on the brakes there, which is quite impressive to see there. The AI actually going for good overtakes. He's not going for the overtake there, which is good though. Right, so now we've got Binder just under 2 seconds up the road, so that's going to be tough to overtake him. I mean, Binder's on one of the good bikes. He's on a Red Bull KTM. It's going to be tough to overtake him, even if we had the same bike. So it's going to be near impossible to overtake him with a bike which is not as good, especially if you do stupid things like that. What is the... give me a second, guys. I need to... because I haven't actually got... There's not a sort of thing in the like brochure or whatever to tell you what the rewind button is. Let's test this out then. Is it going to go further enough back to actually help us? Nope, because we're still on our arse. No, GG. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, that's down to 14th place there. Really annoying. I need to find out what I actually pressed there. I didn't realise what button I actually pressed there, but yeah, that's a bit of a stupid rewind feature, that you rewind it and you're still midway through an accident. I thought the whole point of it is to try and get out of accidents, but you know, I'd left those flashbacks on to try and use them if I made a mistake like that, because this is all a learning experience. But I don't know what the button... oh, okay, I know what it is now. It's L1. Okay. Well, I didn't even need to use that flashback. I was just trying to get out of it, but let's just hope we don't need that one at the end of the race. I'm trying to not use flashbacks like all the time, but you know, if I do use one here and again just to get out of a silly accident and maybe, you know, avoid an AI or whatever, that's probably what I should really use them for. Okay, that's maybe me being a bit too aggressive after my accident there. If we get into the top 10, that would be good. Mate, the corner's there for a reason. You just corner cut everywhere. Okay, that wasn't... okay, that was really not the line I was supposed to be taking through there. I was just being a bit too... maybe aggressive with the lines. I think I'm just trying to go flat out really when I don't need to be, because it could cause an accident when I go flat out into some of these corners, especially jumping over the curves. But I've lost a bit of time there. How much faster is he in a straight line? Quite a bit by the look of it. Bastianini's trying to push me off the track by the look of it. Let's give him a bit of revenge. Who can lean the most in a straight line? Oh, that would have cost us so much time. Oh, we got back past him here. We're going to jam the throttle back down. Yes, we are. We're back past him. I'm still laughing at that. We're like leaning into each other in a straight line. It's quite funny. It's just so unrealistic. It's just a bit funny. But anyway, we had... what position were we in? 9th or 8th? When we had that accident when we fell off. I think it might have been 8th. I mean, maybe we can get past one of these guys. Is this corner just coming up here, wasn't it? This corner we're going into right now. That we had this accident, which is obviously disappointing. Yeah, I need to definitely get used to the lines, because I'm just like going for lines which I know definitely don't exist in real life. But anyway, final corner. We're going to grab 11th place. Not as good as that first race. We did have a couple of accidents in it, but I'll take it. We'll take it. And you can see there at the top left hand side, installing the MotoGP. You probably already seen one of those videos actually on my channel, because I'll probably get that up before the career mode video. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some stuff in the classic content as well, the 4-stroke content. I don't know much about bikes, but yeah, anyway. We're down to 10th in the standings, 1 point behind Bastianini. Okay, that's, you know, decent situation to come out of that first race with, but yeah, anyway, that's the constructor standings and everything, guys. Thanks for tuning in for this episode once again. We'll see you in the next episode tomorrow, where I'll be hopefully getting some good results, maybe going better than today. Team, I suppose, sort of happy with that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you tomorrow. It's been AlexZAfRo. Goodbye.